Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here and welcome back to another episode of Manufactio. I've been cleaning up around the base while I've been waiting for my sciences to refill, which is taking a lot longer than I expected it to. Having a lot of issues with the ducting getting backstuffed in places. Like it'll come in all the time and there'll be stuff backed up, and it's generally titanium, which is really starting to annoy me. It had a basic filter on it, so what I've done is I've gone and changed that to a reinforced retriever and put some limits on it, so it can't hold any more than 32, and I'm hoping that'll stop the random blocks turning up in random places and backstuffing all of these. It's backstuffing inventories that I've just put down, so all of a sudden I'll turn around and it's backstuffed full of things. Played around with my concrete maker here. It's a bit weird, and I'm not sure why it's doing what it's doing, and it's not allowing this to be pulled out. Now I don't know if there's a sidedness on the carpenters, and I'm still researching through and trying to work out the best way. I always thought, see, and now it works. Look, I really don't get it. It's quite odd. 1 minute it'll work, next minute it will not. I was starting to get some concrete up because I'm actually thinking, and I didn't think I'd say this, I'm actually thinking of reconfiguring the base a little bit and moving a lot of my automation over, probably on that hill over there, like move some of this stuff and try and neaten it up a bit. Now that I've kind of not so much hodgepodge, I don't have boilers and engines in the middle of stuff. So if you'll notice over here, the boiler and the steam engines are gone. So I've taken out what was, I think this was my first boiler. It's gone. And I've reconfigured as many of the cables and things as I can. These wiring can probably go very soon, if not. I've got the power cable there. Do I really need one either side? But yeah, I'm working through removing as much as I can and trying to make things as pollution friendly. Because I'm starting to change the floors out, I'm starting to get more carbon build up because it's got nowhere to actually output itself. I don't want to have these pipes leading up to the sky the whole time. And I've been trying with the tall flowers to see if it'll soak up some of it, but at the moment, yeah, things aren't going my way. So yeah, with the base the way it is, and some of the other guys playing through the pack will probably agree with me here, and you generally play through this pack and you'll play it for a while, and eventually you'll get to a point where you go, right, I can do this better. And it's the second and third and maybe subsequent fourth and fifth playthroughs of the pack where you really streamline the things down and you decide how best to build this. So my opinion was, you look at, and the links to all these guys are down below. You look at someone like Frogman, his base is neat, tidy, everything's in its own building, everything's great. That's, I believe, his second playthrough, or perhaps third playthrough. This is my first. I'm kind of winging it. Everything's growing, I don't know, randomly. If I need a new machine, I'll go and just plop it down somewhere. I'm not really thinking about how I'm building it. And then you've got others, I believe Anacardians, that was his, I think I'm saying that right. I think that was his second or so playthrough. And watching the other guys and seeing what they do and learning from them as well has been really beneficial. I tried to start, looking into building things in a particular way. I don't know if that was just the length of fall I did then. So this, you can see here I've got all my science and stuff being crafted in the same area. So if I do go and move all this, it will probably be moved together and stay together, and obviously that was just my dirt by putting it offset by the amount that I was here. And then going up further a field and having things pressing and that sort of stuff all in the same spot. So I've now expanded the copper wire out, and it's running well. And so yeah, it definitely is a learning experience. It's not like any normal Minecraft, any normal modern Minecraft, I should say. This is its own animal in itself. And even though I've started trying to tidy things up, you get up this height and it's messy. We could have better setups here where we're... Even this is an improvement on, say, this higgledy-piggledy, where I've just sort of gone, I need another machine. Blonk, drop one down. So I'd like to tidy up, but I'll probably be doing that sort of stuff between and making things a little nicer. A little bit at a time. So one of those first things to make things nicer was, one, remove that boiler. This guy's actually shut off. I've disconnected his power cable right from there. So this isn't powering any of the base. The rest, it's running off. I've got the 4 generators up there. The one that's over there is now gone. You just see there's nothing where that tree is. Phone's ringing, be right back. Alrighty, sorry about that. Phone call was a bit different. Just try and wrap my head around what I was doing. I think I was just explaining the moving of things around. I do want to move these boilers and generators as well, because any pollution that I can remove is great. So with the fact that I've got, what is it, 10 steam boilers working over there, and the ability obviously to make a few more, so I can probably put another couple here, and I am still working towards making the power storage blocks, so that's something I'm going to continue working towards in this episode. But these guys here will be going away, and one little modification I can give as a tip to anyone building their thank you. Okay, just items flying out of nowhere. Anyway, if you're going to build your setup with a generator and a boiler underneath, bring your controller out like this, and then you can actually put a chimney on it, and when you get to filters you can drop the filter on top. So this will get probably 90%. It won't get all of it. It'll get most of the pollution from the boiler in through this one filter. Just a neat little way of trying to keep down what's going up to the sky, because the less that you can put up there, the better, to be honest. But yeah, that's just one thing I've been playing around with is how to best minimize pollution. So yeah, those 4 will probably go over there at some point. I have added another. That didn't go in there. Another quantum entangler porter there to keep this side of the base charged if needed. It's just hooked into this cabling, which is still, again, hodgepodge. Not to my liking. It's kind of doing its job, but it's messy. So only other stuff I've done between the base is I reset up a couple of miners here, drills here, because we were getting some stuff. Are you not? Hello? This must be full. Hello? I guess my system's backlogged again. My minecart's emptying. Yeah, he's emptying. I'm getting a lot of materials through because I'm running the 2 2 uranium drills here, and the one over there pumping into the same chest, basically. But yeah, I got this going to get rid of the last spot in here, and then I'm going to move them around. I'm thinking of making a capsule that I can capture that setup over there, where I've got the entangler porter and the 2 drills, just so I can walk around and go, right, I'm going to drop them here and put them in a different spot. Instead of having this remote mining type thing, we'll have teleport mining. What's going on over here? We've probably got heaps. Are you still full? Yep, full. Lots of stuff. Cool. That drill's disappearing. Alright, so we were making the induction matrix, weren't we? That's right, we were heading towards, now that I remember, we needed lithium. And can you guys go in here for now, please? Titanium was getting backstuffed. The arc furnace is currently dead because it's backstuffed with titanium. So I was just mucking around a little bit with wireless redstone to try and limit what's coming out over there. This guy is full. Thank you. Alright. So lithium, we need to set up a couple of those water evaporative thingies, and I've got a bunch of the blocks in here. Still need some more thermal evaporators, that's what they're called. Still need a few more blocks. This has been crafting them. But yeah, just in the shulker box, and I think we'll give it a start. I've got one pump. I think I can get away with the one pump for now. Let's see how we go. Come with me, shulker box. Okay, so I said I was going to just set it up here somewhere because we've got power nearby. I don't know what we need. It's been far too long. So let's put our box down here and grab these guys. Now, I think it's... I've actually got to go and check this out. It's been a long time, so just bear with me 1 second. I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's grab a little bit more of this. So these are set up in a 4x4 size, and I am going to need a lot more blocks probably. I think the smallest you can make it is maybe 3 high. I'm going to do, not there please, not that, come here. Maybe I'm going to start with just this height for now, and I will probably make them bigger later. This is going to need, because I don't need heaps of lithium. I'm not doing this to produce a I'm not going fusion. That's not part of my plan. You know what I'm missing though? I'm missing the valves. I want an in and an out. And the long and short of it is I need 2 of these guys. So not making them super huge would be a good idea. Okay, so I need these up here. Okay, did you form? Yes, we got the little sparkly particle effects. I don't think these need to be turned any particular way. Where is my weapon? Something has obviously seen me. There he is. Missed. You know what, doing this though, I've kind of blocked this guy's viewing capability. It's alright, we'll work around it. If I have to move them, I'll move them. So you are heating up. Fighter 4, let's get some water into it. So there's obviously mechanism pumps. I've just got a fluid pump from the old trusty immersive engineering. So if we let's just get something set up here. I put the pump here, and again, we don't want things. No, that's not what I need. I need a hammer. We don't want things freezing, so I'll need to cover these up. He'll also need power. If I'm really tricky, you know what? I wonder if I can pull LV from over there. Probably can. LV should be enough. LV. Then some of this, because I know I'll zap myself. Okay, so there, please. Not connected. Oh, really? Oh, it's got it. Nice. That far... I do have... No, they're item ducts. I've got fluid ducts. Let's see if they will do its thing. And I'm going to need a lever. Or a redstone torch or something. Or a block of redstone. Oh look, I've got one in my inventory. Stop looking. And I've got levers in my inventory. Goodness me. I'm prepared. Can you tell? You know what? Lever's good. Lever is good. On. Water, pumping, very nice. Dirt. I'm actually gonna try and enclose the water a bit. Okay, so that should be working. And it should be pumping in water and turning it into brine. Awesome. So then we're also going to be able to pull brine out of here. And if I set up the next guy, wherever all my blocks have gone, to be like, can I do this? Get one more maybe. That's like it was destined. That nook's going to have to go. Do I actually, does this go in here? Okay, so in here we have brine. So uses of brine. Let's do this real quick. Brine. I think I've actually got to put machines in between, right? So brine. Uses of brine, please. In a thermal controller, turns into liquid lithium, and then we need to come out of liquid lithium through the decondensating into lithium. And then that goes into a chemical crystallizer. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the other valve. Yeah, so they're coming. Anymore, it's not. Okay, so do I have enough to build this? Probably not. Oh no, we'll be good. Let's build this guy. Like this. 2, 3, 4. Oop. Oop. And up. Not there, please. Really? My thing is being real derpy today. Let's grab another 4 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that one's formed. Oh, drones. That's it. That's what I wanted. Took me out. Or I get slowness. Servo. So you are connected. You're not. No, you do get power at night, which is odd. Working at night? Yes. Maybe. Oh, temperature's dropping. Alright, so this at night will then produce. I then need the condensator and the crystallizer. So out of here it will go into, you know what, just for giggles, concentrator, crystallizer. No, they're probably not the way around they need to be. fluid duct, fluid duct. Oh, that one's correct. Connected. Okay. Where are you shooting? Eesh. Yeah, so that turns it into the liquid. So what do we want to be doing? We want to be uses of brine into liquid lithium. We want to be condensating. Do we? From lithium to liquid lithium. Yeah? Because you will make lithium. No, you will make liquid lithium. So I need to be... You in here will make liquid lithium. Uses is decondensating to get it back into lithium. So you need to be set on deconcentrating stuff. Oh goodness. That's the one above me. Ready? Wait for me hit. Gotta be hit by something. Get him. Okay. So... Gosh. Are they spawning on this? Drones, please. One thing it's probably the only annoyance in this pack is the drones. Okay, so you will be pumping lithium into here. You will be making liquid lithium. You can pump your liquid lithium into here. I hope. This needs some power. Here's some I prepared earlier. Anything in here? It's going somewhere. Yes, I had to turn that around. Okay, so we're getting liquid lithium coming in and it's turning into lithium. I then should be able to pull lithium yeah, lith into a chemical crystallizer. And that will give me the dust. So this is a chemical crystallizer. Are you round the wrong way now? Nope. It'll be a gas pipe. I need gas. What's that? Gas? No. Basic. Pressurized tube. I need to make better tubes in this thing. Aha. Yep. So it's turning it from a liquid into a gas. That's what this one's doing. So it's going from liquid lithium into a gas, basically. Because it's night time, it'll peak back up in the day. So this is now making lithium, and we can set this guy so that outputs this side. I can put pulse item duct here. Worker reinforced on it anyway. And it'll go places it needs to if it needs to go somewhere. Right, so at the moment we're going to be using it to make induction cells, and I may automate this guy. It depends. I'm going to try and see how much larger I can go before I get to needing to use this. Lithium dust. The other thing I said I was going to do is I've got, for some reason, a silly amount of salt. 6,000 salt, and I really don't know where I've got it from. Got to picked it up from something. Unless it's coming from the mob farm, but I don't think so. Chemical oxidizer makes gaseous brine, which can be turned into brine. So power's not really a thing. Did I make a second? The oxidizer and the concentrator. Let's try and set these guys up and to hook into here. Oxidizer, concentrator. We will plonk him there. And are you condensator? Let's go use gaseous brine. So we need to condensating, which is what that one is. Just no output thing, or just whatever. Okay, so no, I reckon I need to export from there, right? Product. Chemical oxidizer probably needs gaseous pipes. And it'll need power. But we'll put salt in here. Need some more redstone ducting. And the gas will go into this guy. He'll need power too. Then I'm actually going to put this here and set you to extract. Get rid of that one. Okay, let's get some more power cable. And do a really rough setup here. And that should be enough to get that stuff done, and then I can automate pushing the salt out there, because I don't think salt has an ENC, or maybe it does. If it does, great. I will just avoid it. Do you have an ENC? No. Our power. And here I was like 10 minutes ago going, I'm trying to make the base neat and tidy. Let's run a cable across the floor. You are turning things into stuffs. Are you outputting? Do I need to rotate you? Getting little sparkly things. It's going somewhere? Do I turn this off? Are you building up? Gaseous brine is going in. Brine is building up. There you go. Awesome. It is actually working. It's not heaps, and it's just, for me, it was just a way to get rid of the salt out of the system, because of just too much of it. So this is probably using more power than I really need to be using, but I don't really care. Eventually daytime's going to come. This thing's going to, you know, pick back up and start producing again. But for now, as I said before, I don't need tons of lithium. It's not what it's not the main reason. Like, I'm not, as I said before, I'm not using this to make fusion. I'm just making some lithium dust so I can make the big battery. So that being said, that's the little rough setup for me to be able to make lithium. I'm gonna, as I said earlier, play around a little with moving some of my processes around. This boiler is going. The whole thing is going. Because it just doesn't need to be here. Right? I'm not. It's not being used. Worst case, I'll make another quantum entangler porter and drop it over there somewhere. So it's still hooked into the network. But, yeah. I haven't been using it for a while. It's not happening now. I don't believe anything's stopped. We're still very slowly working through. And I'll have to go through and check and see how many machines are going, nope, not working. Nope, not enough power. Missing input. Not enough inventory space. Same. That thing's obviously still going. These things are being a little silly. No inventory space. I think we're pretty good. Okay, cool. Plus, you know, like, look at all this solar. I guess the main thing to check is this, as long as everything here is running. And we can go and check out our generators and see how many of them are running. I tend to come over, it's normally these 5 running. And then maybe this one and this one over here. And if I do really kick things in, you find the other couple will fire up. But at this point, these 5 always run, and then very occasionally you'll see, yeah, these guys sort of kick over a little. But it's full of power. It's got its full complement. Now that the sun's up, they turn off, I think. But we're good. Things are working. You working now? Yes, we're producing. Making 5 millibuckets a tick. Don't know what it's making. And you are making 1.2. It's enough. This will eventually back stuff and stop. That's all I'm really looking for at this point. Anyway, that's where I'm going to wrap up today. Thanks everyone for watching. Sorry about the bit of a thing earlier where my phone rang, but yeah. Hopefully I was able to get back on track, but we've made a lithium setup. This will be the screenshot for the episode. Thanks for watching. Comments below. I'll see you next time. Bye now.